Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get started. We'll begin on the back today. Yeah. So laying down, take a few moments when you arrive to settle in. You can rock, you can roll, you can stretch. Noticing how the body feels on this day, at this moment in time. Noticing if there are any parts of the body that need a little extra attention, or if there's extra compassion. Allowing your attention to turn to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. After another moment or two, bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. Step your feet wide. Just let your knees begin to rock from side to side. Allowing the knees to drop all the way to the right and then all the way to the left. Reaching the arms out like a T. Allow the head to turn in the same direction as the knees. Continue to move the knees, but bring the head to neutral. When you're ready, you're going to start to turn the head in the opposite direction of the knees. Taking another round or two. And then pausing, returning the soles of the feet to the floor, bringing the head to neutral. Find your pelvic tilts, tucking and untucking the tailbone. Rocking on the pelvis here. Moving with as little effort as possible. And then pausing, find neutral. So you're neither tucking the tailbone nor untucking the tailbone. Try to maintain your neutral spine as you slide your right foot away. and then pull the right foot back in. You're going to take that a few times. So sliding the foot away, you can point the toes to the ceiling as the foot moves. Becoming aware of the effect the right leg has on the pelvis. So as you slide the right heel away, do you feel the back of the pelvis lifting away from the floor, moving you into back bend? Try to resist that. The next time you slide your right foot away, you're going to pause. Internally and externally rotate the right leg. Turn the toes out. Turn the toes in. The next time you turn the toes out, you're going to pause. Start to bend your right knee, dragging the heel back up, but the right knee points to the right the whole time. And then push the foot away. You're going to take a few rounds. So as you bend the right knee, it is dropped to the right and push away. Take one more round here. Pull the right knee up and push it away. Rebend the right knee to bring the right sole of foot to the floor. Take a moment or two here to breathe. Notice the difference between your right side and left side. In particular, you may feel a different sensation in the right hip flexor. We're going to take that sequence on the other side. So as you're ready, you're going to slide your left heel away and then pull it back in. Take a few rounds on your own. Try to maintain your neutral spine. So as the heel slides away, you are finding enough effort to resist the movement into a low back bend, into back extension. Next time you push the left heel away, internally and externally rotate the left leg. The next time you turn your left toes out, bend the left knee, pulling the leg up, but the knee kind of drops to the left. Yes, and push it away. Take a few rounds like that. Take one more. And then reset the left sole of foot on the floor. Take a few moments to breathe. Perhaps step your feet wide and just let your knees drop in. Let's let the knees rock from side to side. And then reset the soles of the feet. Find your pelvic tilts. This time, allow the pelvic tilts to evolve into a hip bridge. So with a tuck of the tailbone, push the feet down into the floor to lift the pelvis and lower the pelvis. Take a few rounds on your own. You don't have to work 100% effort here. In fact, see what you can do with as little effort as possible. Take another round or two. And then return the pelvis to the floor. Move however you need to move to decrease tension. Reset the soles of the feet on the floor. We're going to reach the left arm to the ceiling. The palm of the hand turns in for the first few moments here. You're going to reach the left fingertip straight up, peel the left shoulder blade off the floor, and then return the left shoulder blade to the floor. The elbow is straight the whole time as you reach up and release. Continue on your own, noticing how the reaching of the left arm impacts what you're feeling, perhaps through your belly, maybe even through the legs and the feet. When you're ready, you're going to reach the arm across the body on a diagonal towards the corner where the wall meets the ceiling. So reach across and then release. As you reach across, the left shoulder blade peels off the floor. You start to roll to the right. You may even allow the knees to start to drop to the right as you reach across. So with each round, maybe you go a little further. Eventually, reach the left arm straight across the body towards the wall. As you reach, the knees drop to the right, you roll to the right, and then return to the back. Good. What happens if you reach the arm across the body, but up on an angle closer to the head? So so it still reaches across the body. You roll to the right, but then it's an upward reach. Yeah, so roll to the right here. Let the knees drop. Yes. Good. And then release. So there's a little bit more shoulder flexion. And then what happens if instead of reaching up, you reach across the body and then down towards the right knee? And release. So the left arm just kind of changes its trajectory across the body. Take one more here. And then return to the back. Take a few moments to breathe. And then we prepare for the other side. Reach the right arm to the ceiling. For the first few rounds, you're reaching straight up, peel the right shoulder blade off the floor, and then return the right shoulder blade to the floor. When you're ready, you're going to reach the right arm across the body on an angle, reaching towards the corner where the wall meets the ceiling, and then return to the back. Using the right arm to roll you towards the left side. Eventually reaching the left arm straight across the body towards the wall. The knees drop to the left. What happens if you reach the arm across the body on an angle? So the arm comes a little bit closer to the head. How does that change sensation? What happens if you reach the arm across the body and then towards the left knee? Just changing the trajectory of your reach. And then returning to the back. Take a few moments to breathe. You can reset the arms here. Take a round or two of your pelvic tilts, tucking and untucking the tailbone. And then pause in neutral. Feeling the inhale expand the rib cage, front and back ribs, the belly, the low back. Breathing in this manner, inhale to expand outwards, this circumferentially, this 360-degree breath. You're going to lift your right foot off the floor and then return it to the floor. Lift your left foot off the floor and lower. Continue on your own. Maintain neutral spine the whole time. So the movement of the legs has no impact on the pelvis or on the spine. You can make this movement a little bit more challenging by allowing the legs to pass each other in midair. So as one foot comes down, the other foot lifts. A little bit more work through the belly. For your final few rounds here, reach both arms to the ceiling. Palms of the hands face in, continuing to move the legs. Take another round or two. Good. And then just rest. The feet come to the floor. The arms come to the floor. Take a few moments to breathe here. If you need to move, feel free to move. When you're ready, you're going to lift both legs, stacking. So the knees are bent. Stack your knees over your hips. And now lower your right foot to the floor and lift it. Lower your left foot to the floor and lift it. Continue on your own, moving one leg at a time. The next version, instead of lowering the foot to the floor, you're going to reach the leg out long and then pull it in. Good. So reach it long. You're bringing the heel towards the floor, but straightening the leg. You can make this a bit more challenging by reaching the arms to the ceiling. Take another round or two. And rest. Bring the feet to the floor, bring the arms to the floor. Feel free to take a little bit of movement. With both feet on the floor, Allow your right knee to just drop to the right. Keep the left sole of foot grounded, and then return the right sole of foot to the floor. So all we're doing is letting the right knee drop and lift the knee. As you move that right leg, start to become aware of the impact on the pelvis. So as the right knee drops, can you feel the left side of the pelvis begin to lift off the floor? For the next few rounds, really exaggerate the rotation of the pelvis, the lifting of the left side off the floor. And as the left side lifts, can you sense that the left knee reaches away? And the left sole of foot pushes down into the floor. When you're ready, you're just going to switch to the second side. So the left knee drops and the left knee lifts. And then beginning to notice the effect on the pelvis. As the left knee drops, it rotates the pelvis to the left. It lifts the right side of the pelvis away from the floor. And if you really exaggerate the rotation of the pelvis, perhaps you sense the push of the right foot into the floor, reaching away with the right knee. Reset the soles of the feet on the floor. We're going to change up the way in which we do that movement. So now, at the same time, allow for your right knee to drop, reach your left knee away, and then heavy the left side of the pelvis to pull the right leg back up. So you're reaching through the knee and dropping the knee simultaneously. Take a few rounds. And then can you start to reach through your left knee first to drop the right leg? Or here's another way to think about it. Push the left foot into the floor. Or lift the left side of the pelvis away from the floor to drop the right knee. So a few different ways to consider how to initiate this movement, but initiating from the left side and not the right. Good. Let's take that on the other side. So now, perhaps you're pushing through the right foot to rotate the pelvis to the left. Perhaps you sense you're reaching through the right knee. Perhaps you are lifting the right side of the pelvis. But either way, however you choose to do this, you're initiating from the right side of the body, the right leg, the right pelvis. Take another round or two. And rest. When you're ready, you're going to lift the legs, stack the knees over the hips. This time, you can keep the arms reaching out to the side, at least to begin. You're going to allow your right leg to start to drop to the right. And then pull it back up. Yes. For the first few rounds, try not to let the pelvis move. So as the right leg drops, it wants to lift the left side of the pelvis off the floor. Can you resist that? For the final few rounds here, resist less. Let the left side of the pelvis lift. Can you balance on your right hip? And then return to the back. Do it again. The right leg drops, balance on the right side of the pelvis, and then return to level. Take another round or two. And then allow yourself to rest. So you have probably started to notice each round gets a little bit harder. So feel free to rest in between. If you need to take rest while we do it, you're welcome to, and then returning to it when you're ready. And the good news is on the second side, we can be a little bit more efficient with our movement. We don't have to do the exact same amount on both sides. So as you're ready, you're going to lift the legs again. Allow your left knee to drop to the left, and then lift it back up. Trying to keep the right side of the pelvis connected to the floor to begin. And then when you're ready, as the left leg drops, lift the right side, try to find your balance. And then return to the back. Do that a few times. When you're ready, take rest. Reset the soles of the feet on the floor. We're going to try and find the rotation of the pelvis that we've been working on with moving the legs less. Okay, so we're going to start by rotating to the right. So instead of letting the right knee drop and reaching through the left knee, can you just push down through your left foot, lift your left hip, the left side of the pelvis away from the floor, but keep the right sole of foot on the floor? Yes, and release. So the pelvis rotates to the right through the push of the left foot. Try to keep the legs parallel. Try to keep the soles of the feet in contact with the floor. Really isolating this movement through the pelvis, and it becomes a rotation of the spine. When you're ready, you're just going to switch sides. So now you're pushing through the right foot to lift the right side of the pelvis. And as the right knee reaches away, maybe you feel that the left hip crease, the left hip flexor, it's almost as if the left knee is pulling in towards the chest, but the left foot doesn't lift off the floor. It's just from the pelvis rotating to the left. And now let's try and go side to side. So pushing through one foot and then the other foot, lifting one side of the pelvis and then the other side of the pelvis. Take a few more rounds here. And rest. Reset the soles of the feet on the floor. Return to your pelvic tilts. With a tuck of the tailbone, push through the feet, lift into a hip bridge and pause. Find a hip bridge that requires as little effort as possible, because we're going to rotate the pelvis here. So we'll start with the right side. Instead of pushing through the right foot to lift the right hip higher, can you instead let your left hip crease drop? So your right knee reaches away and it almost feels like you're bending your left knee more. And then switch. Drop your right hip to the floor as you reach your left knee away. And switch. Continue on your own. So the pelvis is still rotating, but instead of lifting one side off the floor, leaving the other side on the floor, now we're dropping one side to the floor. Taking another round or two. And rest. You can keep the soles of the feet on the floor. You can extend your legs out long. When you're ready, you're going to extend your right leg out long. Left sole of foot is going to be on the floor. You're going to let your left knee swing from side to side. So it drops in and it drops out. Reset the left sole of foot on the floor. Push through the left foot to rotate the pelvis to the right. So lifting the left side of the pelvis and release. Take a few rounds. Push through the left foot and release. For the first few rounds, push the left foot straight down. So as the pelvis rotates to the right, the left leg doesn't move. And now let your left knee drop in. Push through the inside edge of the left foot to rotate to the right. And now let the knee drop in and pause. Bring your left fingertips to your left shoulder. Drag the fingertips across the collarbones, down the right arm. Reach the left hand beyond the right hand. So you roll to right side. And then reverse it. Pull the left hand back and reach out. We're going to do it again. Let the left knee drop. Bring your left fingertips to the shoulder, down the collarbones, reach the left hand beyond the right, and release. Continue on your own. As you're ready, initiate this movement with the left arm instead of the left foot. So the left fingertips come to the shoulder and start to reach, and then you push with the left foot. What happens if you straighten the left leg and continue to find that reach of the left arm across the body? How does straightening the leg change your ability to roll to right side? Or maybe you just have to reach a little bit more. Maybe the push, you can still push somewhat with the left leg, but it's coming from the heel and not the sole of the foot. And then return to the back. Take a few moments to breathe. When you're ready, bring the right sole of foot to the floor. The left leg is long. Let your right knee drop in and drop out. Set the right sole of foot on the floor. It's going to push straight down to lift the right side of the pelvis. It turns, it rotates to the left and release. Do it again. Push to rotate and release. For the next few rounds, let the knee fall in first. Push through the inside edge of the right foot. Let's add the arms. Reach the arms out like a T. Bring your right fingertips to your right shoulder. You're pushing with the inside edge of the right foot. Drag the right fingertips down the left arm and reach across. And reverse. Do it again. Continuing on your own, what happens if you initiate the movement with the arm? And then finally, let your right foot slide away. Can you do the same movement just through the reach of the right arm and the push of the right heel? And then return to the back and breathe. Bend both knees, reset the soles of the feet on the floor, clasp the hands behind the back of the right leg, bend and extend the right leg. Bend the right knee, but keep holding on to the back of the leg. Slide your left heel away and pull it back in. As you're ready, you're going to extend your right heel to the ceiling, continue to slide your left heel away and pull it back in. Good. The next time you bend your left knee, bend your right knee. And now slide your left heel away, reach your right heel to the ceiling. Do it again. Bend both knees and extend both legs. Bend and extend. The next time you extend both legs, pause, breathing here. Keep pushing the right leg into the hands. Keep the left leg as it is. Bend the right leg. And now you're going to straighten the right leg and bend the left knee. Good, and switch. And switch. Good. Releasing this, set both feet on the floor. Take a few moments to breathe. Let's switch sides. Clasp the hands behind the back of the left leg. Bend and extend the left leg. Bend the left knee. Slide your right heel away and pull it back in. As you're ready, reach your left heel to the ceiling, push the left leg into the hands, keep sliding the right heel away and pulling it back in. Good. The next time you bend the left knee, next time you bend the right knee, bend the left knee as well. And then straighten both. Bend and extend. Extend out through both legs and pause, reaching through the heels. As you're ready, bend your left knee. And now extend your left leg as you bend your right knee. and switch, and switch. Bend both knees. Return the feet to the floor. You can extend the legs out long, or maybe you're letting the knees fall in. Take a few moments to breathe. Good. Rebend through the knees. Step your feet wide. Let your knees rock from side to side. Reach the arms out like a T. Palms of the hands flip to the ceiling. Allow the head to turn in the same direction as the knees. Take a few rounds, turning the head in the opposite direction. Turn the head in the same direction as the knees, and then add the reaching of the arms. So as the knees drop to the right, the left fingertips are going to come to the left shoulder. They drag across the shoulder, reaching beyond the right hand. And then switch. The knees lift, yeah, and you're just rocking side to side, reaching through the top arm. Moving with as little effort as possible here. Good. Take another few rounds. If there's anything else that you need to do to close out your practice, please feel free. As you're ready, setting yourself up in a resting position, you're welcome to use a blanket to cover you if you're feeling a little chilly. You can remain on your back. You can roll to one side or the other. You can come to your belly. Everyone is still resting here, Joy. If you need to leave, feel free.
Okay. I have to go cook dinner. Thank you.